Ah! Is Pete
Wah,
the
wah,
damn
wah.
problem? Is Pete the problem, man? Is this
Maybe.
what we're seeing? All these
Could be.
rumors, man. All this talk. I mean, obviously, there's some evidence there, but I can't believe Pete's the problem. I can't believe that. So, I mean, there's a lot of history with Pete and the players, so I don't understand why Pete can be the problem. And that poses the question, man. So, there's a lot to talk about this week against coming up against the Titans in week 6. Some folks think the season is over, and some folks are just, sick and tired. What about you, Raider Ken? What are your thoughts?
I'm holding by the end of the string. Yeah, my hope is the last wild card spot. Winning it
That's
in
because
the
we're still in
last
week
game.
6.
Exactly. We haven't even got to bye week yet. When we get to bye week, then we'll start talking.
Jeez. Yeah, man. There's a
Yeah,
lot to
man.
talk about this
A
coach.
lot, man. Like, I mean, you hear all these rumors about Pete. I mean, like it first started with Pratt. I saw the interview or the media
Mm-hmm.
with Patrick Graham. And he kind of seemed like he wasn't on board with it. He had let it slip a little. Like, I like to keep the good players with me. And so it
Yeah.
kind of made it seem like he was one of the good players. So maybe he stood out and said something because I hear a lot of things about like the cover three scheme, the way that Pete run is not modern. It's too old. People are picking it apart. A lot of people are
Mm-hmm.
like, maybe we gave up on Ja'Cory Bennett too much. But I think Ben is out for the season anyway, so in the end, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But like, there's just it's not Patrick Graham's defense. I thought Pete was going to come in, change a little bit of things, but let Patrick do his thing. And one of the good things about AP, not to go back to last year, was that AP told Patrick Graham, like, run the defense how you think. We got these players. You got versatility on the defense. Make it happen. And
Right.
that's when the defense was playing good. At that point, it was our offense that was holding us back. And so, there's a little bit of that. And then Pete, you're always talking about Pete's like Pete always says, the best player, plays. The best player that practices plays. It's like why is JPJ not the center? Why is it a competition between him and Kappa? Kappa should only be there for injuries or as a swing tackle. Like we should not be talking about Kappa being any type of competition or starters. And
Yeah.
then Zamir
Right.
White. How are we having Zamir White as a kick returner? Like that man has no burst. Like he's gonna break
Yeah.
one tackle and that's it. And that tackle is gonna give him a yard. Like it makes no sense. So
Yeah.
it's like there's a lot. And
Yeah.
then Thornton, I love Thornton, but if he's not doing it, why are we having him out there? If he's not with Geno, with the mistake that Geno says, why is
Mm-hmm.
he out there? Why is it not Jack Besh? Why aren't we giving Jack Besh
Yeah.
a
Mm-hmm.
chance?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that you can be, that's on him. When are we going to fire the special teams coach? It's obviously not working. We're last in special teams. I don't. No matter how bad the Raiders have ever been in their life, we were always top 5, if not top 10 in special teams.
Yeah.
We were never last.
Yeah.
And it's like there's
That is
none of
true.
this should not be happening. Um, Crosby, going out for zone plays and like no, like he should be rushing. Like you're not trying to fake with Max. No, the only thing you need to do with Max is what part of the line you're gonna put him in. That's it. I
Yeah.
don't, you know, I don't need him to
Yeah.
get interceptions. I need him to get sacks, and I need him to bat the ball in the air so everybody else can catch it. So there's a lot of
That's
things
so
that doesn't
true.
make
Yeah.
sense. Like our D line, Adam Butler does not look the same. Like it's like everything is not looking like it's supposed to be. Pete's supposed to come in and fix this.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're talking about questionable calls, questionable things. Like, is he bringing in his players? Geno Smith, man, that's his guy. Like, I don't think we ever would have went for him if it wasn't for Geno Smith. We
Yeah.
could have been getting Sanders or Dart.
Yeah.
Maybe we like Dart more than Sanders, and we got Dart. And I'm not even saying Dart's going to be really good, but Dart has potential. Sanders has potential. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, or
Yeah.
we could have got
Yeah.
a left tackle, man. One of my favorite players is Kevin Banks for the Saints. They drafted him number
Right.
9. Monster of a left
Right.
tackle. Would have been perfect right now because Miller would have been injured. We would have put Banks on the left, Glaze on the right, and it would have been just as dominant
Yeah.
because that dude's dominating. that's like no, I'm not trying to hate on Ashton Genty. Like that's the
Yeah,
type of running back you want. But if we're not giving this man the holes, we're not giving him what he can do to be dominant.
exactly.
We're just
And yeah,
wasting him. It's like it
for
don't
real.
make sense. So, and Geno Smith, I don't know what's going on with him. It's like this dude is depending too much on his arm and not even the cerebral part of the game. Like he's forcing throws and then he's forcing it
Yeah,
too late. Like by the time the ball gets there,
bro.
three defenders are already there, and it's not like
Right,
he's throwing
right.
these lame ducks. He's throwing it. These balls are
Yeah,
getting down there. So
right.
I don't know what it is. He should not be like this. He should be better than what he is right now. He should be playing as a top 10 quarterback, not like leading the league in interceptions. So the Raiders definitely need a lot of help. A lot of help.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. And to what you said, how about drafting Genty, bro? I mean, that was my first guess too. I mean, don't you want to strengthen the line because the line was
Yeah.
definitely not a big problem last year, but it
Mm-hmm.
was a problem. And we did
Right.
have players that weren't significant besides Colton Miller, right? And even Colton
Mm-hmm.
Miller had a bad season, but you said he was injured, so
Yeah.
and we saw a little glimpse here and there, but of DJ Glaze. And this year,
Mm-hmm.
well, a couple of iffy moves, a couple, whatever, right? The
Yep.
last two games, the O
Yep.
line has improved. That's the thing. And then for sure, Geno, when it comes to Geno Smith, his timing, man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yeah.
that that for sure, I don't want to give up on the season because that can be fixed, that
Mm-mm.
can be coached, that can be practiced, right? The
Yeah.
timing. So, I mean, when it comes to Coach Pete, yes, you're right. This whole stubbornness and moving players around, putting them in positions that you necessarily didn't see them do last year, and they didn't
Yeah.
necessarily stand out in those, like JPJ, right?
Right.
And then talking
Right.
about how he's got to compete for the position with Kappa. Like, why? What Kappa? We know
Yeah.
got let go from fucking
Yeah.
Cincinnati. I mean,
Cincinnati, who had
that
the
all
worst
makes
O
sense.
line. Yeah.
But is that Coach Pete or is that his underlings, right? The line coach, which is his son, which is what a coincidence is.
That's
And
another problem. That's another
yeah,
problem. Like you ain't gonna fire your son. Like, what are you trying to do? Best for you and your sons, or your best for the Raiders?
yeah,
Because if you're trying to do
yeah,
best for you and your son, just go and be on. Be in the building. Don't be a coach. We
exactly.
need coaches, and we're not trying to do
Yeah.
favoritism.
But all this said, man, and, from what I have researched on Pete, is that he's a coach that is friendly to his players and a
Yeah,
players coach,
definitely a
right?
player's
So,
coach. Yeah,
yeah, so none of this shit's making sense to me. None of it's coming
Mm-mm.
around and say Pete is being a players coach here. So who's running the show, right? I mean,
Right,
you know what I'm saying? That's it's either him or somebody else. Because if they're
right.
not doing what necessarily Pete's, wanting them to do, and it's someone on top of him telling him, you should probably do these things, or let what's his name,
Yeah,
Chip Kelly do his thing, and don't interfere, that kind of shit. Then there's a bigger problem, man, and we got to point fingers even deeper on it. I don't think the GM is that kind of GM, right? That gets involved like say Al Davis would. You know what I mean?
right.
But
Yeah. No, Spytek's like I got the people to be put in the position to do it. So and that's
right,
why I don't. Because the problem is like if it's somebody above Pete, then that person doesn't have like I guess like the willpower to say, "Hey Pete, your son sucks. We need a real
yeah,
O line coach." Like,
yeah,
or
yeah,
hey
yeah.
Pete, we need to fire that special teams coach because that ain't working. Unless that's already in the plan and they're waiting for the bye week. But like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like there's things happening that they're not doing nothing about it. Like
Mm-hmm.
the moment that Geno Smith was playing bad, we should have took him out. I'm not saying to replace him. It's just like, hey, bro, take
Yeah.
a seat, let Kenneth, breathe, kick back, and look at what's going on. And that's how
Yeah.
we have to be because we can't just sit there and be like, look, we're giving you the free leeway. Because even with the recent media with Pete, it didn't sound like that they're ready to bench him. I had no. It sounded like they're like it's not. It sounded like they're saying it's not Gino's fault. This is what it sounded like
Yeah.
from Pete. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
sounds like
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
not thinking about benching him like
They
at
both
all.
mentioned the tips. They both mentioned the tips, and
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, it was tips and 2 games, dude. But there's
yeah,
9 interceptions here.
and nine
You get what I'm saying?
interceptions, and like what we talked about the issue is like if the ball is getting there late, they're getting tipped because they're getting there late. Like
Yeah.
you need to like I don't get it. Like the
Yeah.
OC, like what are we doing, Chip Kelly?
Yeah.
Like, we need to put the right people in. Like Chip Kelly needs to step and be like, look, I don't want Zamir
Yeah.
as the running back. I need
Right.
Mozart. This is what we're trying to do, and
Yeah.
let's keep running the ball. Let's stop giving it to Geno. Let's treat him like Russell Wilson. Like, we're gonna run the ball, short passes, and then when we really need you, we're gonna try.
Right.
Because we can't do this anymore. Brock
That's
Bowers is
pretty
out.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Stokes is
Yeah.
coming back. I heard Stokes.
Well,
So
yeah. Well,
he might play
he's
at
got an ankle
least.
injury, so I don't know.
Yeah, but
I
I
don't think he's
think
gonna
Pete
play
said that
this
he's
game.
it. Pete said he's
Oh,
it.
is he? Okay.
Pete said that he practiced these last two games, if I'm not mistaken, and that he should play. But we should
Right.
also see some more of Darian Porter.
Right.
But nothing else about the offense. Like, no changes, no nothing. Like, no, let's try, JPJ at center, Meredith at guard, and cut Kappa. Nothing. They haven't thought about nothing differently. So I was like, I don't even know why
Yeah.
Zamir White's
Yeah.
still on the
Yeah.
team. Like, and he should be cut. Cut Zamir White. Then Labe,
Open
Mozart.
up the roster spot, right? Open up the roster
Yeah,
spot for.
like bring back McCormick. That's what we're gonna do. Like, it's like I don't get what was going on.
Yeah. No, for real.
Bring in
And
another
then,
receiver.
but I
Like,
mean,
you
what are
obviously
your
don't
chances with
trust Jack.
Pickett though? What are your chances with Pickett? Honestly, like, tell me the truth, bro. Because I mean, Pickett has the same style of play, but yeah, he
Yeah,
only had one damn good season in college, and then he
yeah,
comes out here and he had I think a few wins, but
yeah,
it didn't measure up. So, you know what I mean?
yeah.
He's considered a backup no matter what. So, what
I
can you
just, I
think,
just,
or what do you think
I
we'll get out of Pickett?
just, I just see him as an Aiden O'Connell. Like, he might win us a game, but all he's really doing us is pushing us later in the draft order. That's all he's really doing. He's not going to take us to the playoffs. Like,
Right.
at this point, if Geno doesn't turn it around these next two games, if we lose to the Titans, our season's over. Like, the Titans should be the get right game. And if that's the case, like, if we go to my thoughts, if we go to Kenny Pickett's, that means we're releasing Geno Smith next season. Like, this is Geno
Yeah.
Smith only season with us, and he's getting
Right.
cut. Because
Right.
that only makes sense. How are we going to bench him and then tell him to come back started next year? Like, nah, you're not
True.
coming back,
Yeah.
and we're going to draft a quarterback, and that's just
Yeah.
what it is. And I don't know what's going to happen with Pete because we can't have him being stubborn. We can't have him like, oh, I'm going to do this just to send a message. It's like, no, dude, you can't do that. Like, we're trying to build something here. Put the best players to play. Simple as that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, coming into this game, man, yeah, like you said it, yeah, that's pretty much the final story, the period there that
Yeah.
they have to win this game at all
Mm.
costs
At
because if you
all
don't,
costs.
the season is over, my guy.
Yeah.
So
Then we're going to be talking about who we're going to draft as quarterback.
who's gonna
That's
trade?
going to.
Who are gonna trade?
Yeah.
Who gonna trade? Who gonna get more picks? Because yeah, you don't want to jump the gun. I mean, you're watching college, it's still early in college season, so
Yeah.
you're not really seeing everybody. I mean, so yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
I mean,
let's hold off
we
on
don't
that.
trade.
But
Right? We only trade Crosby if he asks. Other than that, he's still young. He still has about 3 to 5 years of prime years. If we get a
yep,
quarterback, we need players around him. Because look at the Carolina Panthers. They got Bryce. Bryce had his
yeah,
moments,
yeah,
but
yeah,
there's nobody on that team. That whole team has been stripped down to get Bryce. They traded up all that to get Bryce. So it's like, yeah, we need
yeah,
to trade, but we can't trade all our good players. You know what I'm saying? Like, for
yeah,
sure, Jacoby, all our final year guys are guys that have 2 years
yeah.
left that are in their late 20s, you know, or early 30s. Because even Crosby is 28 and he's still young. He still has until
True,
32, 33 of elite years. So,
right.
and then start getting rid of these old linemen. Obviously it sucks that we signed Colton Miller, now that he has this injury. But at the same time, we had no replacements for him unless, Charles Cross shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, I was just start getting rid of players. Tyree Wilson.
Tyree
They've
Wilson.
been cutting
Yeah,
down his
yeah.
his counts too, his play counts. So,
I
like, I
mean, he
don't know
didn't
what's
do
going
bad.
on, man.
He has two sacks on the season, I think, and
Yeah, and they're just
I mean,
playing less and less. I just don't get it.
I don't.
And
Yeah,
then
I
Mao
actually
Mao, I
don't.
forgot about Pao Mao Mao. Like, I
Colton
remember
Miller. Yeah,
seeing him all over the defense. He was playing slot. He was playing free safety. He was playing strong safety. He was just playing everywhere. Now
true,
he's
but I
only
guess you're
playing
right.
strong
Yeah,
safety,
yeah,
and it's like he keeps
And he
getting burnt.
sucks at
We don't
tackling
see
in the
him.
open field, though, bro. He
Yeah,
sucks at tackling in the
yeah.
open field.
It's like, come on now. Like, I just don't know what's going on. We got rid of these players. It's like, yeah, was he good back there because of Trayvon Moore, but then we got rid of Trayvon Moore. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, what's going, questionable decisions. At the same time, you can't build a team overnight, but we didn't strip it down so much. We brought in, a
Bro,
supposed top 10
the
quarterback.
mistakes are not like they're not rookie players. This is not a rookie
Yeah,
quarterback. You know what I mean?
exactly.
These mistakes
Yeah.
are fixable, and they should have been fixed in
Mhm.
week 3
Mhm.
at
Yeah.
most, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
to see, you should have seen an improvement week 4, which we did
Right?
in the O line. I think the O line was the biggest improvement in week 3, week
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
So
And then we still lost because Geno threw interceptions. The man had
yeah,
no sacks in
exactly.
that game, and he still threw interceptions.
Yeah,
Like, nah.
exactly.
So yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's what it is,
So
man. If we go to Kenny Pickett, our season's done. If we lose against the Titans, our season's done because we got the Chiefs after that, and I
well,
mean they're
the
not playing so
the
good, but
the Titans are coming into this week, man, after a crazy ass win last fourth quarter. Where I think it was like what a fumble and a fumble again, and then a fumble after
yeah,
that,
a
right?
fumble, touchdown, interception, fumble, touchdown. There he goes. Yeah, it's like all
That
you
is
need is
nuts.
some clown music in the background.
Seriously. So I mean,
Yeah,
they're feeling good. I guess you could say they're
yeah,
feeling good coming into this week, and with some sort of swag, and who knows, man. I
yeah,
mean, we'll see what the Raiders can do, bro. What are your
yeah. I
thoughts?
bet you
Who
there's
do you think is going to stand out? What receiver you think? Since obviously Bowers is hurt, he's not coming into this game, unfortunately.
yeah.
And then Mayers is back, but he's
I
also
don't
not
think
100%.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to give him too much. I think it's going to be Tucker. Tucker is going to
Yeah,
have to come up. Like, Jacoby disappeared. I don't know if he's just unhappy with everything that's going on. But at the same time, it's like Jacoby should be playing his best
yeah,
because it's contract year. But yeah, it's got to
right.
be Tucker because if they're not going to put Jack Besh in, I don't. My expectation for Thorns are out the window. He's not. From Geno, he's not running the right route. So
Yeah,
it's like if we're not doing that, let's give it to our guys that know what they're doing. Let's give it to Tucker. Let's I guess force it to Jacoby, but that's what's gonna have to be Tucker. If Tucker can get us those short slants to give us those yards, and then Ashton Genty clean up, we can do it. But Jeffrey Simmons is a monster in the middle. That
yeah,
defense is pretty good,
yeah.
So, but it's just that offense is like horrible, and if we can't score on that, I mean, if our defense gets ran through by that offense, there is no
You
hope.
can
There
you
is no
can't
hope.
score. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like we have
We're
to win
we're
this
down a
game.
punter too, so we're down a punter. So special
Yeah.
teams is already horrible. Plus on top of that, so
hmm
yeah,
That's the first guy getting fired. I'm telling you right now. The special teams guy is going to be
the
the first
special
person
teams coach.
fired. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
He
I
said,
don't
we're
even
going to
know his
make
name.
changes. We're going to fire special team coach. Oh, yeah. The guy that responsible for scoring touchdowns is the one that's getting fired.
It's Tom McMahon.
Tom McMahon. That's right. Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Yep, Tom McMahon's gonna get
Yep.
fired. So I mean,
Yep.
it seems like he's been with the team for a while. So yeah, man, why has he changed? Yeah,
Maybe
since
Pete.
22, since 22. So why? Yeah, why has?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who
Yeah,
knows?
so
Yeah.
we'll see, man. They'll definitely need to win this game, like you said. This is do or die. The season's over if they
Yeah.
don't. Doesn't
Yeah. I
matter
mean,
if
Cam
we
Ward
lose
is
to the
good.
Chiefs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the
yeah,
Titans are a bigger mess than us.
exactly.
Believe it or not. Yeah.
Well, a lot of from his plays, from what I'm hearing, is that he's got that same keep screwing up until the last minute of the game trying to win it or something like that, right? He's
Right,
good
right.
in
With that
the
hero
face of
ball.
pressure.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's good in the face of pressure, but not necessarily starts the
Yeah.
team leading and shit like that. So
Yeah, yeah. It's like that cerebral part of the game is what he's missing. It's
hmm
just pure talent is what he's going based on.
right,
And
right,
the
right.
coaching staff doesn't seem to be up to par over there, so they're kind of like not putting him in the best position. So it definitely looks chaotic. I mean, even he's out there, like, to be honest with you, he's like, quote unquote, we're ass. Like, his own words. He's like, we're ass. I was just like, all
Jeez,
right,
that's
that's
crazy.
more
But I mean,
dysfunctional than us.
that's like
That's honest.
right? And it's
Yeah, he's
honesty,
honest.
and who knows what 2 years could look like for them later.
Right?
Who knows how
Exactly. I mean,
2 years looks for the
he's
Raiders? God damn
this
it!
2 years feel like 10 years.
God, God,
Ugh.
just crazy, unbelievable.
Same old Raiders. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Tell us if you're still a fan. Raider personnel.
Hold your tears. No crying tonight, Raider Nation. Wah, wah.